And now that 2020 has passed, we have to really think about how we're going to plan on innovating health and fitness because of the great pandemic that we're going through. So, without further ado, I want to go into my plan and my mission to change the world. So, we have to empower the people worldwide to improve how we trust each other. Now, in order to trust each other, there has to be a system of trust that is different from what banks and the government plan on using. Banks use your bank account number. Governments plan on using a social credit number. Now, what we want to do is go a little bit deeper and use your health number. Now, your health number will be determined by the number of workouts that you achieve every year. If you happen to work out 365 days of the year, hey, you have a great score of 100%. Now, at the end of the year, you will be emailed your score, not your health number. It's all about helping you have a yearly awareness of where you're at compared to last year. We believe that in helping you have awareness of where you're at compared to last year, you'll not only be able to keep challenging yourself to raise the bar, but you'll always be able to go ahead, take a step back, and rebuild yourself even better than before in case you happen to fall off. So our mission is to go ahead and give you a reason to wake up. I want to help you be excited to help others improve and to empower others. It's that simple. When you know that the power of healing is in your hands, there's nobody that can stop you from reaching your goals. And I'm speaking from personal experience because I know that with my hands, with my brain, and with my voice, I've been able to change the lives of thousands of people already. And that's the important thing. I've been able to impact the lives of thousands, knowing now that they've learned a little bit from me so that as they go on their way in life, I've actually added to how they perceive their life and how they contribute to everything that they do in their life. And I call this the ABCs of movement, all right? Everything that I teach is based upon the ABCs of movement. If you don't know the ABCs of movement, that's kind of saying like you don't know the ABCs of the English alphabet, all right? Now the difference is the ABCs of movement can be applied to any language, any individual at any age. That's the beautiful thing about this system. Most individuals don't really seem to understand how to give somebody more strength, more awareness, and more protection all within 30 minutes. And it's a simple lesson that I'll be able to teach with you down the road. But today, I just want to educate you on what it is that we'll be installing into people's minds, because essentially, this is all just about how do we keep ourselves improving while we put ourselves under stress by putting ourselves in motion. This is why I love calisthenics. This is why I started Barcore Fit. Barcore is a chance for you to get paid in Bitcoin by learning parkour. Bitcoin and parkour created together is Barcore. And you need to grasp this concept because over the next few years, we will be launching our ecosystem through a cryptocurrency that allows you to earn Bitcoin for you to work out. And I'll explain more on that down the road. But for now, what you've got to understand is that in order for us to achieve our mission, I had to create a blueprint or a set of footsteps or educational courses for people to follow so that they can graduate, progressively learn the basics of the ABCs and eventually teach somebody else the ABCs. I like to say it in three simple steps. At our academy, you will learn the ABCs. Then, using our Barcore Fit application, you will be able to go ahead and apply the ABCs under various different strength training programs, speed and agility programs. We're going to have bodyweight and core programs. That way you can apply the ABCs into these programs with various different 8 and 12-week programs. That way you can challenge yourself and transform yourself. But then if you wanted to go one step further, you can always proceed to our university where you can then learn how to share those ABCs with somebody else. All of this will be connected through our Hct Token, which will provide you with the opportunity to not only access our DApp, also access our decentralized exchange, but provide you with an exclusive marketplace where you can utilize the points that you acquire through every single program that you finish, so that way you don't have to spend dollars on coaching. And that's the most important thing, guys. I want to get you out of the idea that you need to pay with dollars for help. What we're really worried about is, did you accomplish the program completely? If you finished 100% of your program, whether it's an 8-week program or a 12-week program, if you finished 100% of that program, you will be paid out in strength coins. This means that you will be given a certain amount of bonus coins because you have acquired what is called trust within our network. If you hit 100% of the workouts, the results should match the effort. Therefore, when you submit your before and after picture, we should be seeing an incredible transformation because you did 100% of the workouts. Now, in case that's not the case, you can give us some feedback. We can adjust the program. And by doing so, not only did you benefit by doing the workout, but we can also improve our own ecosystem. And that's the most important thing here. Every person is going to help us improve the ecosystem and improve the way that we operate, so that it could be a decentralized network that essentially each one teaches one. And that's the most important thing here. Because I know that the way I perceive the ABCs may be different than the way that you perceive the ABCs. But nonetheless, because you and I both have a human body, we both have the opportunity to apply the ABCs to everything that we do in life, and with hopes of seeing substantial returns on awareness. Remember, return on investment and return on awareness are two different things. Right now, we're talking about, can you get more of how much awareness you put into a motion? Because if I do a push-up, just trying to get the push-up done is different than if I am trying to become aware of where I am placing all that strain and stress on, so that I can isolate not only my chest, but my triceps. And that's the key here. Because if we're going to teach people health, we're going to have to teach them a brand new language, and that's called the language of movement. And that's why you're here right now. Because in order for you to build an empire, you need to understand how to teach the language of movement. This is, and I promise you, this is going to be the #1 most important skill to have by the year 2050. Because if you don't know how the human body works, then I'm telling you right now, you are one step behind, because for the last few years, influencers like Arnold Schwarzenegger and other bodybuilders have came into the picture to tell us that yes, it is possible to do certain things with the human body. However, due to the huge gap created in self-education or education of the human body and physiology and anatomy because of the AMA, we've created huge gaps in awareness of how the human body actually operates and how to use it while under stress or in motion. Because of that, I understand that this is the perfect time for us to discuss this most important topic: how to create self-awareness in motion. And the language that we're going to try to upgrade your software with is called the ABCs of movement. And you see, I've been able to teach this to thousands of people, seeing incredible results, fine-tuning the process as we go along, and created a belt system to give you the opportunity to rank yourself amongst one of these different tiers. That's the most important thing. Just like with MMA and just like with jiu-jitsu and all these different types of martial arts, we need to understand that calisthenics, or the development and maintenance of the human body, is one of the tools that we could use to not only track our progress, but also improve our human performance. Essentially, that's all I'm here to help you do. Trust yourself better so that you could trust yourself in motion, so you could trust yourself under any situation, that you have a healthy human body that can withstand any type of demand or solve any problem in motion. Now, I know that sounds kind of crazy, but trust me, I've been working in this exact industry on this exact project for the last 10 years. And I'm super grateful to finally put it all together, speak to you a little bit more in depth about how this process is going to work. But first, I want to teach you how I've created this blueprint of success so that you too can go ahead and join me, maybe support me on this vision, but more than anything, be able to learn a little bit more of what it may take for you to build your own empire, because this is how I plan to do it. I've already ran it through my investors, and we've already began to accumulate our own type of digital assets to create our own bank through everything we'll be backed up by. You see, as we transition into a new world, this digital economy will require digital assets and digital tokens in order to be able to prove and validate your wealth. So, with that being said, this is where this next project began. I wanted to approach this project as a way to teach the people about cryptocurrencies and the new monetary system, while at the same time being able to take people off the street and teach them how to create a business, while at the same time being able to take money of the people that are already wealthy enough to take initiative and improve themselves and put it towards good use. So we are always going to be sponsoring either children's meals, we're going to be planting trees, or we are going to be saving animals from these situations, just like we're suffering in Texas right now. We want to go ahead and support these causes because we understand that as we see a global weather change or a climate change, not necessarily because or only because of the carbon situation in the ozone, but more importantly, because of the great year and where our sun is in its astrological cycle. All right. The sun cycle is currently changing. Therefore, we can expect to see shifts in the axis and the precession of the earth, but more importantly, a change in seasons and a change in the intensity of our seasons. So with that being said, we need to help each other get ready for what's coming. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the blueprint for success so that you know what's coming, so that you can decide whether this is a great venture for you to participate in, whether you should subscribe to my channel, or whether you should go ahead and support me by joining our Patreon. So let's go ahead and take a look at where we're going to start. And that's going to be our Bounce Back program. Our Bounce Back program is a real simple program to comprehend. We want to go ahead and help individuals who are either homeless, less fortunate, or disabled be able to bounce back. And we want to help them acquire a job by learning a skill and providing them with the support that they need to be able to do so. Individuals that are coming back to the society strong should be able to participate in one of three different jobs or responsibilities. Either they'll be able to help us remove trash and junk from our communities, or they'll be able to help us flip and reupholster old and beaten down antiques and houseware. And then lastly, we want to go ahead and focus on gardening and upkeeping of our communities. All right, so we will empower all individuals who achieve certain tasks with certain rewards, so that way they can not only start their own business, but they can learn the legal process to it, and they can actually support themselves through supplementation as well as nutrition. It's really important that we pay a big importance to the power that we can have over our communities by working with those who are homeless, underprivileged, or more than anything, handicapped. Because the big mission is all about the seniors, all right? Everything is about how do we start something for the people to give back to the people, and the people that we're gonna get back to is the seniors. But in order to go ahead and help the seniors, first we have to educate parents and adults so that the future generations are more willing to participate in health practices that can help us eventually be able to impact the senior sector in the way that we want. And so because the senior sector is going to be a little bit more down the road, we're looking at about 10 to 20 years out, we know that within a few years we can create massive impact in what is the 30 to 50 year range. And in order to do so, we have to take an approach where we go ahead and educate all the individuals that currently have a job, and we take their money and we go ahead and invest it back into these projects. All right. Not only will we be able to go ahead and pay for these bounce back projects with the money that we acquire from the academy, where we teach people how to use the ABCs. Once again, individuals who are homeless and underprivileged will have to earn by following certain tasks or incentives to be able to then get access to the academy. but those who are currently wealthy enough to be able to afford the $249 will help us run and fund our organization. But more importantly, we will go ahead and reward them once they graduate from our academy with the Hct token, which is only going to be able to be acquired once you graduate from our academy. The Hct token is going to be something that is going to be exclusively allowed to be distributed if you have been through the academy. There's no other way to acquire this token. The Hct token will give you access to our decentralized application. With only one Hct, you will have access to our decentralized application. If you wanted to go ahead and access the dApp otherwise, you would only be able to access the marketplace. And the marketplace is a place where you can go ahead and find programs that we're going to have for sale through the Barcore Fit app. This is our specific decentralized platform where we will be focusing on uploading all our strength programs, mobility programs, nutrition programs, bringing you everything that you need for nutrition, fitness, and performance into one place through a decentralized app, in which we hope that you will help us spread the word, because every single person that graduates from the academy will also get a 40% off discount to every program. You see, we believe that if you invested in us and you learned the ABCs, then you shouldn't have to pay full price for the program. You are one of our students. We want you to succeed. So therefore, we're going to always give you a 40% off discount. The most important thing here is that you have not only the opportunity to get onto our decentralized application, but as an Hct token holder, every month you will have the opportunity to vote on your experience and what we should come up with next. Because your voice matters, and we want to make sure that every Hct token holder has the opportunity to go ahead and speak, vote, and tell us what they think we should do, where we should go, and what's missing in our platform. Once you go ahead and accumulate a certain amount of strength tokens through our decentralized application, you can actually cash those tokens in the marketplace for a meal plan, for hiring a coach, or for being able to go ahead and get a protocol for nutrition that may be specific to your current ailment. Maybe you have a leaky gut, maybe you have a metal toxicity going on in your system, and we can help you out with that. The most important thing here is that your education doesn't have to stop there. If you want to get more access to our decentralized application, then what I would suggest you do is that you join our university. All right. Yes, I understand the cost of $4.99 may be a little expensive to some, but you also want to think of it as an investment. This investment will give you the opportunity to not only get your monies back later, because for every 2 Hct, you can go back to our decentralized exchange, and then when you're done with our ecosystem, when you're done with our network and you don't want to participate in it anymore, you can cash out those 2 Hct tokens for 1 XRP. That's it. So for every 2, you're going to have 1 XRP. So congratulations. By going into our ecosystem, you'll be able to acquire what is one of the wealthiest or the most valuable tokens possible, the XRP token. And so not only is each token going to be backed up by something, but at the same time, you will then gain access to our decentralized application, and you'll be able to farm, you'll be able to stake, and you'll be able to duel freely as you please, being able to take advantage of everything our decentralized application can bring you. Now, when you duel on our decentralized application, you'll be able to battle anybody for a certain specific type of coin. You can battle for strength coins, you can battle for Litecoins, you can battle for XRP, you can battle for Bitcoin, you can battle for Ethereum. This is the point. You and another person are going to put up a coin at risk, and you're going to challenge each other based upon the number of reps or combos. And we're going to talk about these down the road, but I need you to understand that I am a passionate fitness enthusiast, and I need to make sure that you can have a benefit of working out. What's the benefit? Well, let's say that you're currently down on some money, but you have 1 XRP. Battle it out for somebody else and see if your current fitness allows you to outshine that other individual. We're always going to attach a judge. Every single duel will always have 2 judges to make sure that every competition is fair. So that way there's clarity, and it's always validated by professionals who have graduated from the university and more than anything have joined our mastermind group and have learned the truth behind judging and how to validate. All right, now this is very important because as we keep talking about the ecosystem, you're going to be able to see that we are essentially trying to leave individuals in a place of starting their own business. Our goal through teaching individuals how to get started, learn the ABCs, apply the ABCs, and then more than anything, understand the foundation of the ABCs is all with the intention of teaching individuals to create their own fitness programs and nutritional programs. Now, knowing that we've been able to teach individuals how to create their own meal plan and how to create their own training program, we can guarantee that we will be able to improve the level of health in individuals. But more than anything, we've also given highly profitable skills to the community, which they can now use to help themselves make more profit if they choose to pursue the online wealth making opportunities. Because when you go online, you have the opportunity to reach a bigger audience, not just work locally within your community. This is really important as we proceed to the next step, because we want to make sure that by using and leveraging the online communities that we can create, we want to be able to fund our project and our mission, so that way not only can we always guarantee that our work is going to be successful, but we can guarantee that the funding to do our work will always be there. And that's why Patreon is so important. We're going to start looking for 200 supporters who are willing to donate $20 a month. By getting 200 supporters to donate $20 a month, we'll get $4,000 every single month. These $4,000 will allow us to get 20 individuals off the street every month. And this is huge, because if we can then get 20 people off the street by providing them everything that they need, whether that's blankets, a cell phone, a job, a method of finding opportunities, a haircut, clothes. I'm talking about the whole kit, everything they need to succeed right here through Patreon. And I'm telling you, with your support and those that you know that are passionate about helping the community, we will be able to drive our community from Patreon towards the Academy, because we will be giving every single individual that helps us monthly get a discount to this. All right, so the price that you see here won't be the price that it actually is, but the individuals that support us here will then get access to the Academy at a cheaper rate. Then they can start earning wealth from referring people via their discount code, and they can access our DAP. All right, this is the most important thing, because if you help us monthly and then you join the course, the benefit here is that not only will you be able to access our decentralized app, but you will also get a 40% discount on all our strength training programs. Once you go ahead and get a discount on all programs, you're now paying $12 for an 8-week program. So think about it, $12 for an 8-week program, and you can make up to $27 every single time because of how much tokens you can earn back per workout. So this is a huge return on your investment, and all it takes is you going ahead and getting started, challenging yourself to move, learn the ABCs, and then hopefully down the road you can help somebody get started as well. Now the most important thing that was, as we keep going, is that it's all about teaching others how to use the human body. 6, 7. Nice jumps. That one. Hasta arriba, más. Y ahora codos se quedan contra el piso. Tú suelta las manos. Ahí estás, amiga. Manténlas arriba y respire. Ya estuvo. If we can't help other individuals learn how to use the human body, we could at least help them by teaching them a little bit more about how their body processes the food that they consume, because that way they can improve their rate of recovery so that we can start seeing less arthritis, less diabetes, less Parkinson's, less GBS. All this because of deficiencies that we suffer within our own self that lead towards mental health problems. I'm telling you right now, as someone who works in the industry, I see this very often, and I know that it may be very hard to go through if you're on the other end trying to help for your loved ones going through this, but you can also do a lot by learning about the situation and changing the way that you perceive health, and then filling in for those gaps of education that they never had, get rid of their deficiencies and improve their mental health. I know we can do it. I have a great plan, so don't worry. Just stick with me and I'll be able to get you there in no time. But the most important thing is that if we don't know how to use the human body, we're constantly going to be asking the body to go through stress that it doesn't need to go through. So in order to change this, we need to start learning about the ABCs of motion and how the human body was put together. The Academy will then lead you to our university, where you will learn how to create programs not just for yourself, but for somebody else. Because all programming starts with the assessment and then the ability to see movement and then understand where you should put somebody, right? Because everybody has a different starting point. And if with your eyes, this is what I like to call kinesight, if with your eyes you could see how somebody moves and you can understand what concepts of movement they are missing, then you can play a big role in their life, because you'll be able to take them from where they were to where they want to be in no time. That's the power of the kinesight. And this is where I feel that I have had the most influence in individuals' lives. I can immediately see somebody working out and understand what is the next movement that they should work on to keep challenging themselves, but at the same time keep improving their own body weight strength. Or I understand what steps they have jumped over and therefore why they're getting injured or why they can't move forward. So we should probably go back and do a few things in the easier movements instead of going forward and just trying to do harder movements just because we want to do them. Ego plays a big part in what it is that we're doing, and this is why I want to make sure that as we develop our university, we emphasize the belt system once again that will give you the clarity that you need to know how to move forward. The university should be a place where individuals will feel comfortable to not only go ahead and learn, but to know that there's a place and an opportunity on the other side of graduating. Once we graduate, we'll be able to give individuals the opportunity to go back and participate in one of the jobs that I mentioned earlier, whether it's cleaning up our communities, whether it's going ahead and taking old broken down equipment, restoring it and flipping it, or whether it's going ahead and creating beautiful gardens around our community, planting trees, planting food that we can grow within our own communities. And these are key skills that our individuals in each community should have. And the only way that we can actually get there is to incentivize people to do it as a way to get out of their current situation, but then giving them something super valuable afterwards, which is why we're going to do it here, so that individuals who have maybe less savings, or maybe are homeless, or maybe have gotten kicked out, or who may be going through some tough times right now, they can have a chance to earn the education that others can afford. And this is the key. We need to give everybody a chance to be successful, so we need to put ourselves in everybody's shoes. This is why our system has one simple mission, and that's to empower the people worldwide. And if you can see what I'm saying, it's going to be really easy to take somebody who's in the streets, have them earn their education, and then give them an incentive to keep going. And then more than anything, if they so choose to, they can go ahead and create a program that could benefit others both in fitness and nutrition. Once these individuals are knowledgeable in fitness and nutrition, they can take care of themselves and they can take care of others. That is our goal, because each one should be able to teach another how to constantly keep their health up and keep their immunity levels up, because the current situation worldwide is leading us towards dependency on pharmaceutical drugs, and we can't have that no more. So lastly, we will provide individuals with one of 3 different solutions to keep continuing their education, but more than anything, to provide them with ways to reach the next level of fitness and health. With our street workout membership site, they'll be able to start developing their athleticism towards the competition end of performance and movement.
Moving up the ladder, my new bitch is better, cause you know that ass is fatter. I don't hear these haters chatter, no, cause they can't say nothing I don't already know. So I got a bad temper and my heart is too cold, but I think that's an understatement, my heart is too cold. So you'll learn that in time when I leave you in the snow. When I leave you in the snow, I'll make your bitch hot and I'll leave you in the cold. You can feel the wind blow, I'll make your bitch hot and I'll leave you in the cold.
Maybe they want to go ahead and join the mastermind where they can go ahead and have a constant monthly support for a small fee. Every month they'll be able to go ahead and get in contact with a coach and ask them questions, maybe learn from financial advisors, from accountants and CPAs and other lawyers that we have as part of this mastermind group. And lastly, they can go ahead and pursue their certification as a bodyweight coach or as a personal trainer, in which we will give them 2 different vehicles, whether it's the World Calisthenics Education Center or we go ahead and pursue NASM. Either one of these options will be so that individuals can be validated through an organization or an accredited institution that will provide them with the confidence to know that they are ready to help the world. This may seem like a big project, and I'm not really worried about the size of it. The vision is clear. What we're looking for is individuals who can help us help the community by supporting us with a $20 a month donation. If that's too much for you to do right now, we have other donations that you can go ahead and support us with that will definitely still be able to cause significant impact in our communities, and will also give you the opportunity to participate in getting a discount to our academy. Because the academy is where you can then learn the ABCs that I've been discussing this whole time, so that you too can go ahead and improve your personal performance, get out of pain, fix your back pain, and more than anything, start rebuilding your health through calisthenics. Once again, this has all been to help you understand how to build your own empire. And it starts with a vision to start impacting the world and creating waves that will continue long after you're gone. Trust yourself, create a vision, and make sure that you start with the end in mind, because we're all going to hit number 15 sometime. And if you don't think about that moment, then you're probably going to waste all the time that you have today. Thank you for watching. Make sure you share this with a friend if they need to go ahead and get inspired, or if they need to have a blueprint to building their own empire. I'd love to go ahead and hear your opinions and thoughts, so make sure you comment below. Take care.